What if I told you that within you right now, at this very moment, there exists a healing intelligence so profound, so magnificently designed, so infinitely wise, that it has been repairing, restoring, and renewing your body every single second since the moment you drew your first breath? And that this intelligence, this divine physician within, is waiting, listening, yearning for your conscious direction. What if the very cells of your immune system, those billions upon billions of sacred guardians coursing through your bloodstream, are not merely biological mechanisms, but living expressions of infinite intelligence, responsive to your thoughts, obedient to your beliefs, and absolutely faithful to the mental images you hold in the sanctuary of your subconscious mind? Have you ever paused, truly paused, to consider that the body you inhabit is not a machine prone to breakdown but a temple of the living God, designed for wholeness, created for vitality, and maintained by laws as precise and dependable as the law that holds planets in their orbits? I ask you today, my friend, with all the conviction of my soul, do you know that you can speak to your immune system and it will strengthen? Do you understand that the healing principle within you never sleeps, never tires, never doubts, and responds with mathematical exactitude to the impressions you make upon your subconscious mind? This is not wishful thinking. This is not fantasy. This is divine law, and divine law never fails. If these words stir something deep within you, if you sense that you are on the threshold of a revelation that could transform not only your health but your entire experience of life, then I invite you now to subscribe to this channel, to press that button that says you are ready for truth, to like this video as a declaration that you are open to receive, and to leave a comment below sharing what healing you are calling forth into your life. Your comment is your confession of faith, and faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Now let us journey together into the divine order of health. There is a principle of life that operates through you, around you, and as you, and this principle is not separate from you. It is the very essence of your being. The ancients called it by many names. The Hebrews spoke of it as the ruach, the breath of life. The Greeks named it pneuma, the animating spirit. The Hindu sages referred to it as prana, the cosmic life force. But whatever name you give it, this principle is one and the same. It is the infinite healing presence of God expressing itself through the temple of your body. And your immune system, that marvelous, intricate, divinely orchestrated network of cells, tissues, and organs, is one of the primary instruments through which this healing presence operates. I want you to understand something that could change the entire trajectory of your health and your life. Your immune system is not merely a physical mechanism. It is a living, responsive, intelligent system that is intimately connected to your subconscious mind. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every mental image you hold sends a message to your immune system. Your cells are listening. Your white blood cells, your T cells, your natural killer cells, they are all receiving instructions from the deeper levels of your mind. This is not metaphor. This is not poetry. This is biological and spiritual fact. The great psychologist Carl Jung, whose work explored the depths of the unconscious mind, understood that the psyche and the body are not separate entities but expressions of one unified whole. Jung recognized that what he called the collective unconscious contains healing archetypes, patterns of wholeness that seek expression through us. When you align your conscious thinking with these deeper patterns of health and vitality, you activate what Jung called the self, the archetype of wholeness, the divine center within you that knows only perfection. Your immune system responds to this alignment, it strengthens, it becomes more vigilant, it operates with greater efficiency. This is the divine order of health. Consider for a moment the wisdom contained in the book of Proverbs. The scripture tells us, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." This is not a poetic turn of phrase, this is a statement of immutable law. What you think in your heart, in the depths of your subconscious mind, determines not only who you are but the state of your body. If you think thoughts of fear, if you dwell upon images of sickness, if you speak words of weakness and vulnerability, your subconscious mind accepts these impressions as instructions. And your body, including your immune system, conforms to these mental patterns. But if you think thoughts of health, if you dwell upon images of vitality and strength, if you speak words of wholeness and divine protection, your subconscious mind accepts these impressions with equal faithfulness. And your immune system responds by becoming stronger, more resilient, more capable of defending the temple of your body. Florence Scovel Shinn, that remarkable teacher of metaphysical truth, understood this principle deeply. She taught that your word is your wand, that the words you speak have creative power because they impress the subconscious mind, which in turn impresses the body. Florence understood that disease often begins as dis-ease in the mind, a state of mental and emotional discord that eventually manifests in physical form. She taught her students to speak words of truth, to make affirmations that align with divine order, and to trust that the law of mind would bring forth corresponding conditions in the body. When you speak to your immune system with faith and conviction, you are wielding the wand of your word. You are impressing your subconscious mind with the truth of your divine inheritance of health, and your immune system responds. Let me tell you about a woman who came to me many years ago. She was suffering from a condition that her doctors had deemed chronic and incurable. Her immune system, they told her, was attacking her own body, an autoimmune disorder that left her fatigued, in constant pain, and without hope. The medical establishment had done what it could, but the prognosis was grim. She was told to accept her condition and manage her symptoms as best she could. When she came to see me, she was desperate. She asked me, "Dr. Murphy, is there any hope for me? Can the subconscious mind really heal what doctors cannot?" I looked at her with great compassion and I said, "My dear, the power that created your body can heal your body. The same intelligence that formed you in your mother's womb, that coordinated the development of every organ and every system, that brought you from a single cell to the magnificent being you are today, this intelligence has not abandoned you. It is within you now, waiting for your recognition, waiting for your cooperation, waiting for you to speak to it with faith." I taught her a simple practice. Every night before sleep, when the conscious mind is relaxed and the door to the subconscious is open, she was to speak directly to her immune system. She was to say, "My immune system is an expression of infinite intelligence. It knows exactly what to do. It recognizes what belongs to my body and what does not. It protects me with perfect wisdom. Every cell of my immune system is now being restored to divine order. I am whole. I am healed. I am grateful." At first she struggled. The old thoughts of fear and hopelessness would intrude, but she persisted. Night after night, she spoke these words with growing conviction. She began to feel a subtle shift within her, a lightness, a sense of peace that she had not known in years. Within 3 months, her symptoms began to diminish. Within 6 months, her doctors were astonished. Within a year, all signs of her condition had vanished. Her immune system had responded to the new instructions she had planted in her subconscious mind. This is not an isolated case. I have witnessed this phenomenon countless times in countless individuals with countless conditions. The healing power of the subconscious mind is not limited to certain diseases or certain people. It is a universal principle, available to all who will learn to use it according to divine law. Now I want you to understand why this works, because understanding deepens your faith, and faith is the activating principle that releases the healing power within you. Your subconscious mind is connected to the infinite intelligence that governs all creation. This infinite intelligence knows how to heal a cut on your finger. It knows how to mend a broken bone. It knows how to restore balance to every system of your body, including your immune system. When you impress your subconscious mind with the idea of perfect health, you are not creating something out of nothing. You are aligning yourself with the pattern of wholeness that already exists in the mind of God. You are removing the mental obstructions that have prevented this pattern from expressing itself through your body. You are getting out of your own way. The great Neville Goddard, whose teachings on imagination and consciousness have illuminated the minds of thousands, understood that imagination is the creative faculty of mind. Neville taught that when you imagine yourself in a state of health, when you feel the reality of wholeness in your imagination, you are impressing your subconscious mind with a pattern that must manifest in your outer experience. Neville said, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled." This is not pretending. This is not denial of reality. This is the deliberate use of your imagination to impress the subconscious with the truth of what you desire. When you assume the feeling of perfect immune health, when you imagine yourself vibrant, strong, and full of life, you are speaking to your immune system in the language it understands, the language of feeling, of image, of conviction. Consider the words of the master teacher in the Gospel of Mark. "Whatever things you desire when you pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them." This is the law of belief stated in its simplest form. When you pray for health, when you speak to your immune system and ask for its strengthening, you must believe that you have already received what you ask for. This is not blind faith, this is intelligent faith, faith grounded in the understanding of how the subconscious mind works. The subconscious does not respond to hopping. It does not respond to wishing. It responds to believing. When you believe, truly believe that your immune system is strong, that your body is whole, that the healing power of God is working through you now, your subconscious mind accepts this belief and goes to work to make it manifest in your body. There is a technique I have taught many times, and I will share it with you now because I want you to have practical tools that you can use immediately. This technique involves speaking to your body, to your immune system, as you would speak to a beloved friend. Your body is not your enemy. Your immune system is not a malfunctioning machine. It is a faithful servant waiting for your direction. Speak to it with love, speak to it with authority, speak to it with faith. Find a quiet place where you will not be disturbed. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax and your mind to become still. As you relax, become aware of your body, not with anxiety or fear, but with appreciation and gratitude. Thank your body for all it does for you. Thank your immune system for its constant vigilance, its tireless work, its faithful protection. Then speak to your immune system. You may speak aloud or silently, the subconscious hears both. Say, "I speak now to the infinite intelligence within my immune system. I thank you for your perfect work. I acknowledge that you are an expression of divine wisdom, that you know exactly what to do to maintain the health and integrity of my body. I now release any thoughts of fear or doubt that have interfered with your perfect function. I replace these thoughts with faith, with trust, with the certain knowledge that you are now operating at your highest capacity. Every cell of my immune system is filled with life, with energy, with divine intelligence. I am protected. I am healed. I am whole." As you speak these words, feel their truth. Feel the strength flowing through your body. Feel the peace that comes from knowing that you are aligned with the healing presence of God. Hold this feeling for as long as you can, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever feels right. Then gently return to your normal state of awareness, carrying with you the conviction that your prayer has been answered, that your immune system is now responding to the new pattern you have impressed upon your subconscious mind. I want you to practice this technique daily, preferably in the morning upon waking and at night before sleep. These are the times when the subconscious mind is most receptive, when the door between the conscious and subconscious is most open. Be consistent, be persistent. Do not be discouraged if you do not see immediate results. The subconscious mind works according to its own timing, which is always perfect. Your job is to plant the seed and to water it with faith. The harvest will come in due season. Now let us go deeper into the understanding of why negative thoughts and emotions weaken the immune system and how you can protect yourself from this influence. Modern science has confirmed what the ancient sages always knew, that the mind and body are intimately connected. The field of psychoneuroimmunology has documented the pathways by which thoughts and emotions affect the immune system. When you experience stress, fear, anger, or resentment, your body releases hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. In small doses, these hormones are helpful. They prepare you for action in the face of danger. But when these hormones are released chronically, when you live in a constant state of mental and emotional turmoil, they suppress your immune function. Your white blood cells become less active. Your body becomes more susceptible to infection and disease. This is why the Bible warns us so often against fear and anxiety. The scripture says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This is not merely a comforting promise, it is a prescription for health. When you release fear and trust in the divine presence within you, you remove one of the greatest obstacles to immune function. Your body responds to your faith with increased vitality, increased resilience, increased capacity to heal. Resentment is another poison that weakens the immune system. When you hold onto grudges, when you refuse to forgive, you are carrying a toxic burden that affects every cell of your body. Florence Scovel Shinn often said, "Resentment is a mental poison." She understood that the failure to forgive creates a mental state of disease that eventually manifests as physical disease. If you want your immune system to function at its highest capacity, you must release all resentment. You must forgive everyone who has ever hurt you, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. Forgiveness is not a gift to the other person, it is a gift to yourself. It is a cleansing of your mental and emotional atmosphere that allows the healing power of God to flow through you without obstruction. I remember a man who came to me suffering from recurring infections. His immune system seemed unable to fight off even the mildest illness. He had tried every treatment, every supplement, every protocol, but nothing worked. When I spoke with him, I discerned that he was harboring deep resentment toward his father, who had been harsh and critical throughout his childhood. This resentment had festered for decades, poisoning his mind and his body. I said to him, "My friend, your immune system cannot strengthen until you release this resentment. Your father may have been wrong, he may have hurt you deeply. But by holding on to this bitterness, you are not punishing him, you are punishing yourself. You are keeping yourself in a mental prison that is affecting your health. It is time to forgive." He resisted at first. The wounds were deep and the injustice seemed too great. But he was desperate and he was willing to try. I gave him a forgiveness prayer to repeat daily. He was to say, "I fully and freely forgive my father. I release him to the love of God. I release all resentment, all bitterness, all pain. I am free and he is free. God's love now fills the space where resentment used to dwell. I am at peace." He repeated this prayer faithfully, even when he did not feel like forgiving, even when the old anger would rise up within him. Gradually, the anger began to dissolve. He began to see his father not as a villain, but as a wounded human being who had done the best he could with what he knew. He began to feel compassion instead of hatred, and as his mind healed, his body followed. Within a few months, his recurring infections stopped. His immune system had strengthened because his mind was no longer suppressing it. This is the divine order of health. Your mind and body are one system governed by one intelligence. When you align your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs with the principle of wholeness, your body responds with health. When you speak to your immune system with faith, with love, with the authority of divine truth, it listens, it obeys, it strengthens. Now let me share with you another key to immune health, the power of gratitude. The scripture says, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God concerning you." Gratitude is one of the most powerful mental states you can cultivate. When you are grateful, you are focused on what is good in your life. You are affirming the blessings you have already received. You are aligning yourself with the creative principle of the universe, which is always giving, always pouring forth its abundance. When you give thanks for your health, even before you see evidence of it in your body, you are making a powerful impression on your subconscious mind. You are telling the subconscious that health is your natural state, that you expect to be well, that you accept the gift of vitality that God is offering you. This impression ripples through every cell of your body, including your immune cells. They respond to your gratitude by functioning more effectively, by doing their work with greater efficiency, by protecting you with greater vigilance. I suggest that you begin and end each day with gratitude. Upon waking, before you rise from your bed, give thanks for the night's rest, for the new day before you, for the health of your body. Say, "Thank you, Father, for my strong and healthy immune system. Thank you for the perfect intelligence that governs every cell of my body. Thank you for the vitality and energy that flow through me. I am grateful, I am blessed, I am whole." At night, before you sleep, repeat this practice. Give thanks for the day, for the experiences you have had, for the health you have enjoyed. Even if you have faced challenges, find something to be grateful for. Gratitude transforms your mental state and prepares your subconscious mind to receive further blessings. Napoleon Hill, whose research into the science of success spanned decades and included interviews with hundreds of the most successful people of his era, discovered that gratitude is a common trait among those who achieve great things. Hill found that successful people are not merely ambitious, they are thankful. They appreciate what they have while working toward what they want. This attitude of gratitude creates a positive mental atmosphere that attracts further success, further health, further blessings. Hill's work confirms what the ancient scriptures teach and what I have taught for many years, that your mental state determines your experience of life. Let us now consider the role of mental imagery in strengthening the immune system. Your subconscious mind thinks in pictures. When you visualize something, you are impressing your subconscious with a pattern that it will seek to manifest. This is why visualization is such a powerful tool for health. When you visualize your immune system as strong, active, and effective, you are giving your subconscious a clear image to work with. Your subconscious then directs the intelligence within your body to conform to this image. I recommend that you develop a mental picture of your immune system doing its work perfectly. You do not need to be a scientist to do this. You do not need to know the names of every cell and every process. Simply imagine in whatever way feels right to you that your immune system is strong and capable. Perhaps you see your white blood cells as radiant beings of light, patrolling your body and neutralizing any invaders. Perhaps you imagine a golden healing energy flowing through your bloodstream, strengthening every cell it touches. Perhaps you see yourself surrounded by a shield of divine protection, impervious to illness or disease. Whatever image resonates with you, use it, hold it in your mind, feel the reality of it. This is the language of the subconscious, and your body will respond. Neville Goddard taught his students to enter into the state of the wish fulfilled, to live in their imagination as if their desire had already been realized. This is precisely what I am asking you to do. Enter into the state of perfect immune health. Live in your imagination as one who is strong, vital, and protected. Feel what it would feel like to know with absolute certainty that your immune system is operating perfectly, that no illness can take hold in your body, that you are a living expression of divine health. As you dwell in this state, you impress it upon your subconscious, and your body begins to conform to this new pattern. There is a passage in the book of Isaiah that speaks directly to this truth. The prophet says, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." What does it mean to wait upon the Lord? It means to trust in the infinite intelligence within you. It means to align your mind with divine truth. It means to let go of fear and anxiety and to rest in the knowledge that God's healing power is at work in your body. When you do this, your strength is renewed. Your immune system is invigorated. You mount up with wings as eagles. You rise above the limitations of mortal thinking and claim your divine inheritance of health. Let me tell you about another case that illustrates the power of these principles. A young man came to me who had been diagnosed with a serious immune deficiency. His doctors had told him that his immune system was weak, that he would be susceptible to infections for the rest of his life, and that he would need to take precautions to avoid illness. This prognosis terrified him, and his fear only made his condition worse. I explained to him that the diagnosis, while it described his current condition, did not have to define his future. I told him that the same intelligence that created his immune system could strengthen it, that the subconscious mind responds to faith and conviction, and that he had the power to change the pattern of his health. I taught him the techniques I have shared with you, speaking to his immune system, visualizing it as strong and capable, cultivating gratitude, releasing fear. He was a diligent student. He practiced these techniques with dedication and faith. Over the following months, his health began to improve. His doctors, who had expected his condition to remain stable or worsen, were surprised to find that his immune function was increasing. Tests that had shown deficiency began to show improvement. He felt stronger, more energetic, more confident. Eventually, his immune system tested within the normal range, and his doctors had no explanation other than to call it an anomaly. But he knew the truth. He had spoken to his immune system, and it had listened. He had impressed his subconscious mind with a new pattern, and his body had conformed to it. This is not anomaly, this is law. I share these cases not to boast, for I take no credit for these healings. The healing power is not mine, it is God's. It is the infinite intelligence within each person responding to faith and conviction. I am merely a teacher pointing the way. The power is within you. It has always been within you. It is within you now, waiting for your recognition, waiting for your direction. As we continue this journey together, I want to address a question that may have arisen in your mind. What about medical treatment? Should I abandon my doctors and rely solely on the power of my mind? Let me be very clear, I am not suggesting that you reject medical care. Medicine has its place. Doctors are often instruments of the healing power of God, just as your subconscious mind is an instrument of that power. If you are under medical treatment, continue to follow your doctor's advice. But at the same time, use the power of your mind to support and enhance your healing. The two approaches are not in conflict, they can work together harmoniously. What I am teaching you is that the mind is the senior partner in the healing process. Your subconscious mind is the ultimate director of your body's functions. When your subconscious is impressed with faith and conviction, it can accelerate healing, enhance the effectiveness of medical treatment, and sometimes bring about recoveries that medicine alone cannot explain. Use every resource available to you. Trust your doctors, but also trust the infinite intelligence within you. Speak to your immune system. Cultivate faith, release fear, and watch as the divine order of health unfolds in your body. The scriptures tell us that our body is the temple of the living God. This is not mere symbolism, it is literal truth. The same God who created the universe is expressing through you now. The same intelligence that governs the stars in their courses is governing the cells of your body. When you recognize this, when you truly grasp the magnificence of what you are, you can no longer accept sickness as your natural state. Health is your natural state. Wholeness is your birthright. The divine order of health is not something you must earn or achieve. It is something you must accept and align with. I close this first part of our journey with an affirmation that I want you to take into the depths of your being. Repeat it to yourself, write it down, speak it aloud. Let it become the constant refrain of your mind. I am one with the infinite healing presence of God. My immune system is an expression of divine intelligence. It knows exactly what to do to maintain perfect health in my body. Every cell of my immune system is strong, active, and vigilant. I release all fear, all doubt, all resentment. I am filled with faith, with gratitude, with peace. The divine order of health is now established in my body. I am whole, I am healed, I am grateful, and so it is. Carry these words with you. Let them sink into your subconscious mind. Trust that the healing power within you is responding to your faith, and know that as we continue this journey together, even greater revelations await you. The power of your subconscious mind is infinite. The healing presence of God within you is infinite. Your potential for health, for vitality, for wholeness is infinite. Claim it now and let the divine order of health express itself in every cell of your magnificent body. The truth I am about to share with you now goes even deeper into the mystery of your being, into the sacred relationship between your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and the infinite healing presence that dwells within you. As we continue this journey together, I want you to understand that everything I have taught you thus far is not merely theory, it is demonstrable law. The law of your subconscious mind works with the same precision as the law of electricity or the law of gravity. It does not play favorites, it does not judge. It simply responds to the impressions you make upon it, and your body, including your immune system, conforms to these impressions with absolute fidelity. Let me now take you further into the understanding of how your subconscious mind governs the functions of your body. Your heart beats approximately 100,000 times each day without any conscious effort on your part. Your lungs draw in breath and expel it again in a rhythm that sustains your life while you sleep, while you work, while you are completely unaware of the process. Your digestive system breaks down the food you eat and extracts the nutrients your body needs, transforming matter into energy through a series of chemical processes so complex that the greatest scientists have not fully comprehended them. All of this happens through the agency of your subconscious mind, which is connected to and expressive of the infinite intelligence that governs all of creation. Your immune system operates in precisely the same way. It is a subconscious function governed by the deeper mind within you. Every moment of every day, your immune cells are at work recognizing foreign invaders, neutralizing threats, removing debris, maintaining the integrity of your body. You do not have to think about this consciously. You do not have to direct each cell to do its work. The subconscious mind handles all of this with a wisdom that far surpasses anything your conscious mind could manage. And yet, and here is the key, your subconscious mind is responsive to the impressions made upon it by your conscious thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. This is the bridge between your conscious awareness and the healing functions of your body. This is the doorway through which you can speak to your immune system and receive a response. When you understand this, you understand why fear is so destructive to health. Fear is a powerful emotion, and like all emotions, it impresses the subconscious mind. When you are afraid of illness, when you dwell upon the possibility of disease, when you imagine yourself succumbing to infection, you are sending a message to your subconscious mind. You are saying, in effect, I expect to be sick. I believe that illness is coming for me. I am vulnerable and unprotected. Your subconscious mind, which does not argue with your beliefs but simply accepts them, begins to create conditions in your body that correspond to these expectations. Your immune system, receiving these signals of fear and vulnerability, becomes less effective. The very thing you fear begins to manifest, not because it was inevitable, but because you created it through the law of your own mind. This is why the master teacher said so often, fear not. This was not merely a comforting platitude. It was a command rooted in the understanding of mental and spiritual law. When you fear not, when you replace fear with faith, you are impressing your subconscious mind with an entirely different message. You are saying, I trust in the infinite power within me. I believe in my body's capacity to heal. I am protected by divine wisdom. Your subconscious mind accepts this impression and goes to work to make it manifest. Your immune system responds by functioning at its highest capacity, vigilant and strong, capable of protecting you from any threat. Let me share with you a technique that has helped countless individuals to overcome the habit of fear and to establish a new pattern of faith in their subconscious minds. This technique involves what I call the replacement method. Whenever a thought of fear arises in your mind, fear of illness, fear of weakness, fear of vulnerability, you are to immediately replace it with a thought of faith. Do not try to suppress the fear or pretend it does not exist. Acknowledge it and then consciously choose to replace it with its opposite. For example, if the thought arises, I am afraid I will get sick, you immediately replace it with, I am protected by the infinite healing presence within me. My immune system is strong and capable, I am safe. If the thought arises, my body is weak and vulnerable, you replace it with, my body is a temple of the living God maintained by divine intelligence. Every cell is filled with life and vitality. At first, this may feel mechanical or forced. The old habit of fear may resist. But with persistence, with repetition, you will find that the new thoughts of faith begin to take root. They will sink into your subconscious mind and become your dominant mental pattern. And as they do, your body will respond. Your immune system will strengthen. The divine order of health will be established. Florence Scovel Shinn understood this principle well. She often spoke of the power of the spoken word to change the conditions of one's life. Florence taught that when you speak a word of truth, you are setting a law in motion. The word does not return void, it goes forth and accomplishes that for which it was sent. When you speak words of health, of strength, of protection, you are impressing these truths upon your subconscious mind and activating the healing power within you. Florence would often give her students affirmations to repeat simple statements of truth that would counteract the negative patterns in their subconscious minds. I have found her approach to be profoundly effective, and I have adapted it in my own teaching. Here is an affirmation that I invite you to use, particularly when you find yourself struggling with thoughts of fear or vulnerability. Infinite Spirit, I thank you for my perfect health. I thank you that my immune system is now functioning with divine intelligence. Every cell of my body knows what to do. I am protected, I am healed, I am whole. I release all fear and I trust in your perfect plan for my body. And so it is. Repeat this affirmation as often as you need to. Speak it with feeling. Let it sink into the depths of your mind. Over time, you will find that it becomes your natural way of thinking. Fear will lose its grip on you. Faith will become your default state, and your immune system will reflect this transformation. Now I want to speak to you about the role of sleep in immune health and how you can use the moments before sleep to impress your subconscious mind with healing suggestions. Sleep is a sacred time. When you sleep, your conscious mind relaxes its hold, and your subconscious mind becomes highly receptive to suggestion. This is why the thoughts you hold as you drift off to sleep are so important. Whatever you are thinking about, whatever emotions you are feeling, as you fall asleep will be impressed deeply upon your subconscious and will influence the work that your subconscious does during the night. If you go to sleep with thoughts of worry, with fears about your health, with images of illness, you are sending negative instructions to your subconscious mind during the very time when it is most receptive. But if you go to sleep with thoughts of health, with images of vitality, with feelings of peace and gratitude, you are impressing your subconscious with positive patterns that will manifest in your body. I recommend the following practice. Each night as you prepare for sleep, take a few moments to quiet your mind. Release the concerns of the day, let go of any worries or fears. Then gently turn your attention to your body and speak to your immune system with love and faith. Say, as I sleep tonight, my subconscious mind is doing its perfect work. My immune system is being strengthened and renewed. Every cell of my body is being restored to divine order. I wake in the morning refreshed, vital, and filled with health. I give thanks for the healing that is taking place within me now. Hold this thought as you drift off to sleep. Let it be the last thing on your mind before you enter the realm of dreams. Trust that your subconscious is receiving your instruction and carrying it out during the night. This simple practice, done consistently, can have a profound effect on your immune health. You are working with the law of your subconscious mind, and the law never fails. There is a passage in the Psalms that speaks beautifully to this practice. The psalmist says, I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. This is the attitude to carry into sleep, an attitude of peace, of trust, of safety. When you know that the Lord, the infinite intelligence within you, is making you dwell in safety, you release all fear and anxiety. You surrender to the healing process. You allow your subconscious mind to do its work without interference. And you wake in the morning stronger, healthier, more vibrant than before. Let me now address the topic of diet and its relationship to immune health. I am often asked whether the foods we eat affect our immune system, and my answer is this. Yes, the physical substances you put into your body have an effect on your health, but the mental and spiritual state in which you eat is equally important, if not more so. You can eat the most nutritious diet in the world, but if your mind is filled with fear, resentment, and negativity, your body will not fully benefit from the nourishment you are providing. Conversely, you can eat a simple and modest diet, but if your mind is filled with faith, gratitude, and peace, your body will extract every possible benefit from the food you eat. This does not mean that you should neglect proper nutrition. Take care of your body, provide it with wholesome food with clean water with the nutrients it needs, but do not become obsessive or anxious about your diet. Do not eat with fear. Do not worry that every morsel might contain some hidden poison or harmful substance. Eat with gratitude. Before each meal, give thanks for the food before you. Bless it with your words and your thoughts. Say, I give thanks for this food that nourishes my body. Every nutrient is absorbed and used for my perfect health. This food strengthens my immune system and fills me with vitality. When you eat with this attitude of blessing and gratitude, you transform the experience of eating from a mere physical act into a spiritual practice. You align yourself with the divine order of health, and your body responds by utilizing the food you eat in the most beneficial way possible. Carl Jung spoke often of the importance of integrating the conscious and unconscious aspects of the psyche. He recognized that when there is a split between the conscious mind and the deeper layers of the unconscious, illness can result. Jung called this state of interdivision a complex, and he observed that complexes can manifest in physical symptoms. When the conscious mind is in conflict with the unconscious, the body becomes the battlefield on which this conflict is played out. The path to health, according to Jung, is the path of integration, bringing the conscious and unconscious into harmony, resolving inner conflicts, and aligning with the archetype of wholeness that he called the self. This is precisely what I am teaching you to do when I ask you to speak to your immune system, to impress your subconscious mind with faith, and to release fear, resentment, and negativity. You are integrating your conscious desires for health with the deeper workings of your subconscious mind. You are resolving the inner conflicts that may have been suppressing your immune function. You are aligning with the self, the divine pattern of wholeness within you. Napoleon Hill, in his extensive research into the principles of success, discovered what he called the mastermind, the phenomenon that occurs when two or more minds work together in harmony toward a common goal. Hill found that when people align their minds in this way, they access a greater intelligence than any one of them could access alone. This principle applies not only to external collaboration with others, but also to the internal collaboration between your conscious and subconscious minds. When your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are working together in harmony, when both are aligned with the goal of perfect health, you access the infinite intelligence that can heal any condition and strengthen any immune system. Think of your conscious mind and your subconscious mind as partners in the enterprise of your health. Your conscious mind sets the goal, it declares the intention for health, for vitality, for a strong immune system. Your subconscious mind does the work, it directs the intelligence within your body to carry out this intention. When both minds are aligned, when there is no inner conflict or contradiction, the results can be miraculous. But when there is conflict, when your conscious mind desires health but your subconscious mind is filled with fear and doubt, the subconscious will win because the subconscious is always more powerful. This is why it is so important to impress your subconscious with faith, to remove the obstructions of fear and negativity, and to create a state of inner harmony. Neville Goddard taught that the subconscious mind is the womb of creation, and that whatever is impressed upon it will be brought forth into manifestation. Neville used the metaphor of the seed and the soil. Your conscious intention is the seed. Your subconscious mind is the soil. When you plant a seed of health in the fertile soil of your subconscious, and when you water that seed with faith and feeling, it will grow and produce a harvest of health in your body. But if the soil is contaminated with weeds of fear and doubt, the seed may be choked before it can grow. This is why I emphasize so strongly the importance of cleansing your subconscious mind, of removing the negative patterns that have accumulated over a lifetime, and of planting new seeds of faith and health. Let me give you a technique for cleansing your subconscious mind of old, negative patterns. This technique involves the use of forgiveness and release, and it is one of the most powerful methods I know for restoring the mind to its natural state of wholeness. Sit quietly and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths and allow your body to relax. Then bring to mind any person or situation that you have not fully forgiven, anyone who has hurt you, anyone you resent or blame, any situation that still causes you pain when you think of it. Do not suppress these memories. Allow them to come to the surface. As each memory arises, say silently or aloud, I fully and freely forgive you. I release you to the love of God. I let go of all resentment, all bitterness, all pain. You are free and I am free. Feel the release as you say these words. Feel the burden lifting from your shoulders. Feel the cleansing of your mind and heart. Continue this process until you have addressed every person and every situation that comes to mind. This may take time. You may need to repeat this practice over many days or weeks, but with each act of forgiveness, you are removing obstruction from your subconscious mind. You are clearing the way for the healing power of God to flow through you without impediment. And as your subconscious mind is cleansed, your body will respond. Your immune system will strengthen. The divine order of health will be established. Now let me speak to you about the power of expectation. What you expect tends to be realized. This is not wishful thinking, it is a law of the subconscious mind. Your subconscious accepts your expectations as instructions and goes to work to bring them about. If you expect to be healthy, if you expect your immune system to protect you, if you expect to be filled with vitality and strength, your subconscious will work to make these expectations manifest. But if you expect illness, if you expect weakness, if you expect your immune system to fail, your subconscious will work just as faithfully to bring about these negative expectations. This is why I urge you to guard your expectations carefully. Do not allow negative expectations to take root in your mind. When you notice yourself expecting the worst, consciously redirect your mind to expect the best. Say to yourself, I expect health, I expect vitality, I expect my immune system to be strong and effective, I expect to be protected by the infinite intelligence within me. These positive expectations will impress your subconscious mind and shape your experience of health. Master Teacher demonstrated the power of expectation throughout his ministry. When the woman with the issue of blood touched the hem of his garment, she was healed instantly. Why? Because she expected to be healed. She said to herself, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. Her expectation was so strong, so unwavering, that it activated the healing power within her. The Master said to her, daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Her faith, her expectation, was the key to her healing. And so it is with you. Your faith, your expectation, is the key to your health. Let me share with you now a practice that I call the health affirmation. This is a series of statements that you are to repeat to yourself daily, preferably in the morning and at night. These statements are designed to impress your subconscious mind with the truth of your divine health, to counteract any negative beliefs or expectations, and to align you with the infinite healing presence within you. I am a child of the infinite, created in the image and likeness of God. My body is a temple of the living spirit designed for health, vitality, and wholeness. Every cell of my body is filled with the life of God. My immune system is an expression of divine intelligence, knowing exactly what to do to maintain my perfect health. I release all fear, all doubt, all negative expectation. I embrace faith, trust, and positive expectation. I expect to be healthy. I expect to be strong. I expect to be protected. The healing power of God is flowing through me now, strengthening my immune system, restoring every cell to divine order. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for my vitality. I am grateful for the infinite intelligence that governs my body. I am whole. I am healed. I am at peace. And so it is. Repeat these words with conviction. Feel their truth in your heart. Let them sink into your subconscious mind. Over time, they will become your dominant mental pattern, and your body will reflect this pattern. Your immune system will be strengthened. Your health will be restored. The divine order of health will be your experience. Now, I want to speak to you about the importance of mental rest. Just as your body needs physical rest, your mind needs periods of rest and relaxation. When your mind is constantly active, constantly worried, constantly churning with thoughts, it creates a state of tension that affects your entire body, including your immune system. Chronic mental stress suppresses immune function. This has been demonstrated by countless scientific studies, and it is confirmed by the ancient wisdom teachings as well. The scripture says, "Be still and know that I am God." This is an invitation to mental rest, to stillness, to the quieting of the busy conscious mind. When you become still, when you quiet the chatter of your thoughts, you create a space in which the healing presence of God can do its work. You allow your subconscious mind to function without interference. You give your immune system the rest it needs to restore itself. I recommend that you incorporate periods of stillness into your daily routine. This does not require hours of meditation or complex techniques. Simply take a few minutes each day to sit quietly, to close your eyes, to breathe deeply, and to let go of all thoughts. Do not try to force your mind to be empty. Simply observe your thoughts without attachment and let them pass like clouds across the sky. As you do this, you will find that a sense of peace descends upon you. This peace is the healing presence of God, and it is doing its work in every cell of your body. Another powerful practice is what I call the healing silence. In this practice, you sit quietly and focus your attention on the area of your body that you wish to heal or strengthen. If you want to strengthen your immune system, you might focus on your thymus gland, which is located in your chest and is an important part of the immune system. Or you might focus on your entire body, imagining that every cell is bathed in healing light. As you focus, do not try to force anything to happen. Simply hold your attention gently on the area and silently affirm, the healing power of God is working here. Divine intelligence is restoring this part of my body to perfect health. Then release your attention and rest in the silence. Trust that the work is being done. This practice, done regularly, can have profound effects on your health. Let me tell you about a woman who used this technique to overcome a chronic immune condition. She had suffered for years from a disorder that left her constantly fatigued and susceptible to every illness that came along. Doctors had tried various treatments, but nothing provided lasting relief. When she came to me, she was desperate and exhausted. I taught her the healing silence. I instructed her to sit quietly each day, to focus on her thymus gland, and to affirm that divine intelligence was restoring her immune system to perfect function. She was to do this for 15 minutes each day, in the morning and at night. At first, she was skeptical. She had tried so many things without success, but she was willing to try one more approach. She began the practice faithfully, sitting in silence, focusing on her thymus, affirming the presence of healing intelligence. Within a few weeks, she began to notice a subtle shift. She felt slightly more energetic, her mood improved, she began to sleep better. After a few months, the change was unmistakable. Her fatigue had lifted. She was no longer catching every illness that came along. She felt stronger and more vibrant than she had in years. Her doctors were puzzled by her improvement, but she knew the reason. She had spoken to her immune system through the healing silence, and it had responded. This is the power that is available to you. It is not reserved for special people or for those with unusual gifts. It is the birthright of every human being, because it is the nature of the subconscious mind to respond to faith, to suggestion, and to the impressions made upon it. You have this power within you now. All you need to do is use it. As we near the end of our journey together, I want to remind you of the central truth that underlies everything I have shared with you. That truth is this: you are not a mere physical body subject to the whims of germs and viruses and environmental factors. You are a spiritual being, an expression of the infinite intelligence that created the universe. Your body is a manifestation of this intelligence, and it is designed for health, for vitality, for wholeness. Your immune system is one of the instruments through which this intelligence maintains your health, and it is responsive to your thoughts, your beliefs, and your expectations. When you speak to your immune system with faith, you are not engaging in wishful thinking or self-deception. You are working with the law of your subconscious mind, which is a law of the universe as real and as reliable as any physical law. When you impress your subconscious with thoughts of health, with images of vitality, with feelings of gratitude and peace, you are activating the healing power within you. Your immune system responds by strengthening, by becoming more vigilant, by protecting you with greater efficiency. This is the divine order of health. It is not something you must struggle to achieve. It is something you must align with, cooperate with, and allow to express through you. When you remove the obstructions of fear, resentment, and negativity, the healing power of God flows through you freely. When you impress your subconscious mind with faith and positive expectation, your body conforms to these impressions. When you speak to your immune system with love and authority, it listens and obeys. I close with a final affirmation, a prayer of thanksgiving and faith that I invite you to make your own. Infinite Presence, I thank you for the miracle of my body. I thank you for my immune system, that tireless guardian of my health. I acknowledge that you are the intelligence within every cell, the wisdom that governs every function, the life that animates every part of me. I release all fear, all doubt, all negativity. I embrace faith, gratitude, and peace. I speak now to my immune system and declare that it is strong, vigilant, and perfectly capable of protecting me. I am aligned with the divine order of health. I am open to receive all the blessings you have for me. I am whole, I am healed, I am grateful. Thank you, Father, for hearing me. Thank you for the health that is mine now, and so it is. Carry this prayer in your heart. Let it be your constant companion. Speak it in times of challenge and in times of peace. Know that the words you speak have power, that the thoughts you think shape your experience, and that the faith you hold activates the infinite healing presence within you. You are a magnificent being created for wholeness, designed for health, sustained by the infinite intelligence of God. Your immune system is a faithful servant ready to respond to your direction. Speak to it with love, speak to it with faith, speak to it with the authority of one who knows the truth of their divine nature. And it will strengthen, it will protect you, it will maintain the divine order of health in your body. Go forth now with this knowledge. Live each day in the consciousness of health. Let your thoughts be thoughts of vitality. Let your words be words of strength. Let your expectations be expectations of wholeness. And watch as the law of your subconscious mind brings forth in your body the perfect health that is your divine inheritance. The power is within you. It has always been within you. It is within you now. Use it, trust it, rejoice in it. And let the divine order of health be established in every cell of your body now and forevermore. I am with you in spirit. The great teachers who have gone before us, Florence Scovel Shinn, Neville Goddard, Napoleon Hill, Carl Jung, and countless others, they are with you in spirit as well. We are all expressions of the one infinite mind, and we are all united in the truth of divine health. May you be blessed with perfect health. May your immune system be strong and vigilant. May the healing power of God flow through you without obstruction. May you live each day in the consciousness of the divine order of health. And may you know beyond all doubt that you are whole, you are healed, and you are infinitely loved. And so it is, Amen.